Now, Apple's WWDC event is coming really soon, and this event is going to be huge because there are rumors not only coming from the software side but also from the hardware side of things, as Apple will be rumored to be announcing, get this, a VR headset. And yes, there are so much more goodies on the way, so let's talk about it. Now, just like last year, I'll be heading to Apple Park in the US again, so be sure to follow me on Instagram to get the live updates, and also look out for the video where I'll recap on all the exciting announcement in the event as well as soon as it's done here on YouTube. So as you may or may not know that during WWDC or DubDub, usually software is the main star. But once in a while, Apple gives us a sneak peek on the upcoming hardware updates as well as releasing something like last year's M2 chip inside of the new M2 MacBook Air and the M2 version of the Touch Bar MacBook Pro that was also introduced last year. Alright, let's first talk about what has been confirmed just recently. First is of course Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro for the iPad. Now that is finally a reality, like finally. Now, as a content creator, I was super excited with that, and I'm sure you did too if you edit videos. Now, I did my hands-on experience and a walkthrough on Final Cut Pro for iPad, so be sure to check that video out if you haven't done so. Now, to be fair, Apple may seem slow to introduce these features, but Apple, also being Apple, does what it does best, which is to make the whole entire software experience just perfect for their devices. And next, this is also my favorite because Apple has announced few accessibility features that is coming to iOS that ties in with the Global Accessibility Awareness Day. Now, first is to simplify individual apps, so it's down to the most basic features to help people with cognitive disabilities. For example, the phone and FaceTime apps will be more simplified to just one single app that is super easy to use. And Messages will also offer video messaging features and also an option for an emoji-only keyboard. Then there's also the point and speak feature, where if you place your finger on a physical object with a text, the text will read out loud, which is very useful if you're visually challenged or just can't find your glasses to turn on the microwave, for example. Then there'll be more simplified versions of the camera, photos, and music apps, and even the device interface could be customized to the OS level with a choice between traditional base layouts or even rows based on a similar home screen that you see on the Apple Watch. Then there's also the live speech that converts text to speech, which will take about 15 minutes to train the AI by reading the text to replicate your voice. And you can even choose personal voice with live speech to make calls and send messages in a voice similar to your own. Yeah, super cool, right? Now, for the other good stuff or the software rumors, and yes, there are plenty, but please keep in mind that you have to take this with a bucket of salt, as there are rumors for now and only will be really confirmed during the event itself. Now, first let's talk about the major update coming to iOS 17. Now, apparently Apple will be letting you have more control over your smart home devices, where it will automatically change your lock screen interface to a smart home display when you attach it to a MagSafe charging stand. And here's where you have widgets that will be displayed when it's on a horizontal position, such as your calendar appointments and the weather. And I have to say that if this feature is really true, this really will get me excited, since my whole entire home is based on Apple's HomeKit. And speaking of smart home, I've done my smart bedroom video based on HomeKit too, so do check out that video if you guys haven't done so. Then there's also a potential journaling app that will be available. It's like bringing the 90s back to the 2020s, where you can write out all your thoughts and emotions to your heart's content for you to keep track of. For example, Dear Apple, today is a very, very sad day. I went to my favorite pizza place and the cheese totally ran out. Just kidding. Or am I? Anyways, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, a big thumbs up would be very much appreciated, and a subscription would be lovely too. And if you prefer to see a written version of this video over here, head on to www.adamlobo.tv and also join our Discord community server to keep the conversation going on over there. Thank you very much in advance, and all the links will be in the description below. Then there'll be also significant changes to the Wallet app, which includes the navigation bar for specific functions. And here's another weird one which I did not expect, since Apple is usually very protective over its closed ecosystem for great security purposes, is the ability to sideload apps for Europe. Now that sounds a little weird until you realize when I say Europe, because we all know that Europe has been pressuring Apple to use USB-C for a really long time now instead of Lightning cable. So this might be true, but let's together see about that. Now this is just the main highlights that I'm mentioning, because if I mention every single small detail, this video will take probably an hour long or even more. So do check out the Mac Rumors article that I'll link it down below if you guys want to know the tiniest detail about all of these rumors. Then how about iPad OS 17 then? Well, other than also getting the sideload feature and journaling app, not a lot of leaks and rumors so far, but there's a rumored ability for lock screen customization like adding advanced widgets and changing the wallpaper, and the inclusion of the Help app in the iPad, which is perfect for those of you who use an iPad while on a treadmill, which is what I do anyway every single day. And speaking of which, do you carry around your iPad when you're working out like me? Do let me know in the comment section below. Then as for watchOS 10, it seems to have a much bigger update with folders and widgets to have a similar look to the iPhone. Now this will surely keep things more neat and more user-friendly compared to the cool but little hard to find circular apps. So this would be very interesting indeed. Then as for macOS 14, we are back to nothing much in terms of the leaks or rumors other than the potential names that they might use, and there were no major rumors or leaks on tvOS as well, so we'll have to wait for the event itself to find that out. Alright, next is hardware time, my friends, because now is where the rumors get a little more juicy. It starts off with the rumored 15-inch MacBook Air that might be releasing on the event. Now this will feature the M2 chip if it does, and you have a bigger screen, better battery, bigger speakers, just basically bigger all around, because bigger is better, right?
That's what she said.
Then there's a potential release of the Mac Pro. Yeah, remember that powerful machine which still has the Intel chip? Well, there are mixed rumors on this, since some may say it might be announced and some may say it might not. But in any case, it seems like they will have the same cheese grater tower design and will feature the new M2 Ultra chip in case Apple is planning to introduce that chip. And Apple is also apparently working on modules that you could slot into the Mac Pro to gain the extra boost in performance, such as more GPU power. And here's where I would feel that this would be the least expected hardware release, but let's just wait and see. Then the biggest leak or rumor of them all, the Apple VR headset. So this was rumored to release, believe it or not, since WWDC last year, where the design is apparently going to look similar to the design language that they use on the Apple Watch and the AirPods Max. It is rumored to be super light with construction made of carbon fiber, glass and aluminium. There's also a dial similar to the Apple Watch Crown or the AirPods Max to switch between VR and reality. Then the headbands is also rumored to be user changeable with different options such as leather and also a sports band. And to save on weight, they also are planning to use external battery banks and connect it to the headset itself. Another cool rumor is the fact that there will be a screen in front that can display your eyes to people around you. Freaking cool, right? And it will use 12 different cameras not only to track your eyes but also your surrounding as well. Then apparently there won't be any external controllers for you to use because you can control the VR through your hands. And if this is true, it will totally beat other VR headsets which usually needs a hardware controller on each hand. And if you're wearing glasses, like Liu Hood, well, rejoice, because it is rumored that Apple will be sending prescription glasses for the headset itself, so that way you won't be needing to wear your glasses when wearing them. As for the rumored specs, apparently it's going to be including micro OLED panels, and it'll be using not one but two M2 chipset, and the OS is rumored to call XROS. So with all of this tech put inside, how much do you think that it will cost? 1,000 USD, 2,000 USD maybe? Well, it is rumored to cost at a whopping 3,000 USD. Yes, that is a lot. But considering the material cost to build one, which was leaked, it indicated a range between 1,200 to 1,400 USD, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is really true. But a silver lining though is that Apple is working on a C model, so to speak, you know, like the iPhone 5C, where it's more of a budget-friendly option. However, that will probably only be out next year. So there you have it, all of the most interesting rumors and leaks. But as I said before, it comes with a truckload of salt, as these are currently rumors, at least for the next few days. But tell me down below, which are the features that you are looking forward to the most? For myself, it would definitely be the awesome VR headset. Meanwhile, I'll see you at my next video at Apple Park, and also the 100,000 subscriber giveaway is also coming really soon.